you have a new book, and I want to talk about that. But let's walk people through how we got there. Your first book was "It's Not Just Who You Know." What's that about?
15 years ago, first book. But I actually am most proud about that one. That's very autobiographical, how you ever say that word.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it. It's a lot of my story, but basically what that book's about is relationships. How do you build? Why we should build authentic, genuine relationships. And we live in a world with such transaction. I do this for you, you do this for me. I help you, you help me. I don't believe in that world.
Yeah.
To have relationships where you just give and serve and love and expect nothing. So really the book's kind of measured like the 5 floors of relationships that we all have. And challenging the reader that every relationship you have, whether it's personal or professional, lives on 5 floors. The first floor is transactional. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? You say good, and I say I'm good, and it's just kind of that transactional. You could be having a crappy day, or I could be having one, but it's just transactional. Here's my deposit, here's my latte, here's my money. It's transactional. Bye. It's first floor. We have them every day, hundreds of them. Right? Checked out of the hotel. I'm gonna go on the airplane, the taxi driver, or the Uber driver. You have them all the time. Transactionals. Second floor relationship is what I call NSW relationships, which is news, sports, weather. How are the Reds doing tonight? How are the Reds doing in Cincinnati? How's the weather? What's going on? Like news, sports, weather. It's small talk.
Yep.
And small talk's important. You need to have that. Where'd you go to school? Where are you from? What's the weather? But some people never move beyond that. They have relationships with their customers or clients or family members. It's all small talk.
Yep.
You got to move to at least a third floor. We're a little bit more vulnerable, more open. And you ask questions that are meaningful and you get to know someone's story. You move to a fourth floor. Not only you vulnerable, but the other person becomes vulnerable as well. And then you really start sharing, love and concern, and you want nothing from them. Right? And then you move to a fifth floor. And that's when you have relationships that are just pure love. And all you want to do is help the other person be successful. And pure authenticity and vulnerability and truth. And those are lifelong customers or lifelong employees or lifelong spouses that stay with you because it's real and authentic. And I wanted to write a book to really challenge people to go deep, to get real, that don't live a transactional life. And it's not just who you know. It's not just who you know. You got to know people in life. You got to network.
Yeah.
I have this whole chapter in my book about networking. That's the evil empire. Networking. I hate that word. Remove the word networking, because networking, in my humble opinion, is when you meet people to help you. Networking means to meet people to help yourself. So you should have a net giving mind where you're meeting people to help them.
Yeah.
I'm not a networker. I humbly speaking, I know very few people on the planet that know more human beings than I do. I believe I'm probably the most networked humans in the world. It's my gift. I don't network. I net give. I meet people. How can I help you? How can I serve you? And you keep doing that as a life, and all of a sudden, it just comes back in tenfold.
Yeah.
I mean, just this morning, I had breakfast with 2 of your amazing staff. Got to hear their story. We could have easily had a transactional, how the eggs, that looks healthy. That looks good. One person had pancakes. That made me envious because my wife told me no more pancakes. And so we could have had that conversation, but we were crying.
Yeah.
We were sharing. It was beautiful. We were straight to the fourth floor. That's real. That's a choice. That's intentionality.
Yeah.
I wanted to write a book to challenge people. We got enough fake people in the world, takers in the world. We need more givers. And the best relationships that last are the ones that give. That's the first book.